Hey guys, Dr. Decks here. Today I want to talk to you about Old Reliable here. I got myself a Genie lift. It's a manual lift. Oops. Sorry, Calvin. Just listen. We've got 10 different landscapers in our neighborhood today, and the garbage truck and an airplane, and we're just rolling with it, man. So if you like what you hear, click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon if you want to be notified when we're putting out new content. Okay, what's a Genie lift, you ask? Well, this is a very old one. It's been around for a minute, but Genie is a company that makes manual and hydraulic and electrical lifts for different purposes. So they have man lifts, and but what I was interested in is a manual lift. So I bought mine used on Craigslist a few years ago, and what we use it for is to place beams, lift heavy items up into place. It'll lift up to 650 pounds, and that's a lot better than 2 or 3 guys trying to muscle something up on their shoulders, especially when you have a high deck. This is a model number SL18, right? So it'll raise up 18 feet. If you take the forks and you invert them, you can actually get to that 18-foot height. If you don't, you're gonna catch around 17 feet. We just did a measurement on it, and that's pretty good. I don't really usually have to lift more than 17 feet up. If I do, I'm probably just gonna end up calling a crane. So this thing has gotten me out of several situations. It's bulky, it's heavy, it's a pain in the butt to move. It's hard to load by yourself. You almost need 2 people to do it, but it's worth its weight in gold when you're trying to frame something up in the air and you're using a 6x12 that weighs 400 pounds and you just don't have the manpower or the desire to lift it manually on your shoulders. These were really designed to do HVAC work, lifting sections of pipe and things like that, but it works for our purpose as well. I've rented these several times in the past. I've actually had to rent 2 before to lift something very heavy, a 2,500 pound beam. That was all steel. But for the most part, we just use it for the large glue lambs that we install. Any large beam that we can barely carry, we're definitely using this SL18 to lift with. So how it works, it's just basically manually rotating these 2 handles, and you can kind of hear it clicking. And basically what that does, there's a cable that runs through a set of pulleys, and this comes in 3 masts. This particular lift has 3 masts in it, and they raise up as the next one gets to its optimal height. Then the next mast will go up after that. So I can just sit here, and let's just say I got a 400 pounder on here, you know, and I'm reeling her in, Here we go, come on, baby. And so you can see the forks start going, and then, you know, I can really go for it. You're always supposed to keep 2 hands on this, but since I don't have any weight at all, let's just say I'm tired. Oh, I gotta stop. You hear it kind of stop clicking right there. It's on this kind of a auto clutch, so it's not gonna just start falling. You have to manually turn it in reverse to get it to go downward. So I can just keep cranking up, and as I get this fork all the way up to the top, you'll see the second mast come into play. All right, so on this particular lift, it has a little bit of a secret that if I don't tell you about, then it scares people when they're operating it. So it kind of gets hung up a little bit. Like, let's say we go up about 10 feet. All right, now we got our beam in and everything. Everything's cool. Now I'm gonna lower the lift back down, and all I gotta do to lower it is just start going in reverse. Okay, it doesn't click anymore. Again, it'll stop at any point in the lowering, and it's still safe. It's not gonna just zip down. But once we get back to the first mast, sometimes the second mast gets caught, and then all of a sudden it'll just drop. So if you're not used to that, it can be a little scary. Let's see what happens. Okay, first mast is about to Oh, it didn't do it this time. It didn't get stuck. So, oh. See now, because there's no weight on this, sometimes you got to put a little pressure. I probably just need to grease this really good, and it wouldn't do this. But it sits outdoors and it rains a lot in Washington. So that's why it's kind of getting hung up a little bit. All right, so that's how that works. I'm really glad I purchased this. You can rent them from your local rental yard, probably $50 a day per lift or something like that, maybe 75 bucks. It's definitely worth the rental, but I was using one so much I just decided I was looking for one. Brand new, these are about 1,800 bucks. So, it's been one of those days. It's Monday, you know, it's a lot of noise. It's all good. Like I was saying, new, these are like 1,800 to 2,500, I think. I really like my lift. Again, you know, we still have to pack it out of here. It's still gonna take, you know, a couple guys to get it out of here, but I just think it's worth having. It's much safer than trying to boost a beam on your shoulders. So, hey guys, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. If you like what you saw or you like what you heard, click that subscribe button. Hit the bell icon if you want to be notified when we're putting out new content. Thank you very much. Have an excellent day.